Howdy y'all, this is your boy Beast of Mine, and we are getting ready to play hard mode.
Hard mode.
And I'm actually kind of nervous about playing this because, well, for several reasons. One, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to show everything I want to show. And two, I'm not so much scared as I am excited, kind of, because you finally get to see cool borders and all, like, at full force. So I told you last time that I would be choosing Irin, and here she is. The reason I chose Irin is because you get to see how ugly cool borders can be and how cool it can be in hard mode. Because there are lots of things I want to tell you, so let's get started. I'm gonna tell you off the bat, it's not my first time recording this, and even though I'm recording this like my second and a half time doing it, I won't bore you with the details. But so the first thing you notice in hard mode is, well, you probably haven't noticed it because like their tricks honestly suck as far as hard mode is concerned. Okay, yeah, you want to get scores like that in hard mode. Forget going easy on them just because, you know, they look like they're harmless. No, in hard mode you have to go full force on them. And with Irin, it's even more so, and I'll explain why. Okay, so actually the first time I recorded this, they were a lot meaner. But anyway, enough of that. The first thing I want to tell you is that the computers aren't always what they seem they are. They have traits, and I know I've said this before, but I'm not talking about Nick and GT always coming in last or Boss always coming in first. Those are primary ones. I'm talking about secondary ones. And there are schools, or cliques as I like to call them, of traits they will do. Some characters will bump you, some characters go faster than they normally do, some characters go slower. The list goes on. But I'm not going to bother making facts about those, and I'm not going to bother making facts about the courses because I've told you all already about the courses. You shouldn't be playing hard mode if you can't master the courses. What I did want to tell you, however, is if you look in yellow words below the course, you see comp clear points. So it says 3. Well, if you've seen me play mirror mode and regular mode, the standard mode as I should start calling it, you notice that it's only 1. So yeah, you need 3 points, which means you need to come in 5th place or higher in order to place in this first round. If you don't, it's an automatic game over. And I will let you know right now also, in the second round that you need 7 points, and in the third round, the one with Bear in the Forest, you need 12 points. So yeah, I probably will, you probably see it now, but I will probably insert a page on what are the differences between the competition clear points in standard and mirror mode and hard mode. So let's begin. So instead of making facts, I decided I will just talk about traits of certain, secondary traits of certain characters. The bumpers. And what I mean by bumper, I mean a person that will bump you if you're doing a little too good in the competition or they catch up to you. Bumpers usually consist of Jin, Kelly, Irin, and Yagi. They will bump you if you're doing too well in competition and they're behind you. And you just trust me, you want to be alert on that because they can make you mess up very easily. And especially if you're using a freestyle board like I am with Irin, they can get ahead of you by bumping you. I know you've seen GT and Nick bump me, but they're not. I don't consider them to be bumpers. The reason I crashed into them is because I was going too fast and they were going too slow. That's basically what happened if you ever bump into Nick or GT. It's usually because they're too slow and you caught up to them, and like I guess they move in tandem with you without even knowing it. So yeah, you just want to be on the lookout for people that will sabotage or bump you. Like I said, the main offenders are Jen and Kelly. I'll go into that more a little bit on the next level, but with Irin, you want to do as well as you can with jumps. You don't want to take anything for granted. Take the advantage of the fact that she doesn't have to worry about ever missing with a freestyle board if you do spins. If you do flips and misties, there's always the possibility that, you know, she'll miss. But as far as borders cross, or you know, where you actually race the course, she will get past a lot because of her board. Irin's probably the slowest, one of the slowest in the game. I know you've seen her quickness, but that's a stat that's used for how well she maneuvers around objects and how well she can move. That line, that red line, represents, as I've said in probably the first video I actually played competition when I was playing the standard mode. If you're below that line, you will get a game over. That's the clear rank line. So if you're below that, you will get a game over. Alright, let's move to the next round. Enough talking. So yeah, hard mode is actually a little intimidating, and it only gets worse from here on out. Because people often take advantage of Irin. She's a victim of her stats, and she's a victim of circumstance, pretty much. So as you notice, you know, they're starting to get into the 800s. So yeah, just be aware that they're not going to do like little 500 and 600 point tricks. I mean, boss did, but you can't afford to do that. Yeah, they're actually going to try real hard to get points. So you want to be on your guard. Don't think, oh well, they're only going to get 300, 400 points because, you know, it's the first couple of rounds. No. Okay, that's bad. She's already in second. So, chances are she probably won't be able to come in first. But there's nothing to worry about because you only need 7 points to clear this, and I have 9.
Who will smoke the competition?
But yeah,
Ready?
honestly, this isn't even the hardest part of the competition. You'll probably flip when I tell you what the hardest part is. But anyway, I want to talk about haxers. That's also a term I made up. As far as this game's concerned, haxers are people that actually they go faster than they actually should to give you a hard time. And the people that do that most are kind of surprising. I mean, of course, Jen, but there's also Kelly, Irin, and Yagi, and possibly GT. I know you're thinking, GT, really? Well, if you're using a slow freestyle board, and even if you're using a freestyle T3, it will happen. It's definitely going to happen. So you just want to be careful because it can happen. And like I said, Yagi will try to bump you. I believe I said that. It can't be helped though, and he probably will pass her at some point. But yeah, there are these things called haxers. They go faster than they're supposed to, and they will give you a hard time if you're too slow on certain courses. They probably will do stuff like that on let's see. They'll probably do it on Take It Easy, Pipeline Canyon. They'll actually probably also do it. Well, no, they do it on this course right here, Sunset Downhill. They'll try to go faster than you, even though they probably shouldn't. And I know Jin actually does go fast, but he goes faster than he actually should, even though he's already fast. So, just something to be aware of. I also should mention that you, as I've said before, you want if you missed a trick, you want okay, if you missed a trick, you should probably hope that Jin is not behind you, because if he's behind you, he will pass you. So it's probably a good thing if you have one person between you and Jin, if you can help it. Hopefully it's not Kelly or Yagi, because he'll pass them and then he'll pass you.
That was great, boys. You ranked
And I can't believe I got first. And okay, that's it for that round.
They're getting silly fresh. Next round is gonna smoke.
Sorry if I sound a little bit like a nag, but you know, I want you to do well at this game. It's a pretty cool game. And hard mode is very intimidating. So you need 12 points in Bear in the Forest. So, you know, master the trees. Make sure you master them. Okay, I should mention, even though I did kind of terrible as far as that jump, mainly because I didn't do two tricks. I like doing two tricks. Irin has a sweet spot as far as the Ice Fang. She actually can do a Misty and she won't miss most of the time. That time she did, unfortunately. And I have no idea why she did miss, but I think they're trying to give me a hard time. Yeah, usually she can land correctly when she does that. I think the reason they're giving me a hard time because they don't want me to sweep with 9s, which I figured I wouldn't, but this isn't even the hardest round really. I also want to talk about anti-hackers, or you know, they're pretty much stagnant as far as I'm concerned. These are people that will never try to pass you, even if you have a slower board than them. And they're pretty much just Boss, Cindy, and Nick. Like, I feel that they don't ever try to pass you if you have a slow board. And I have no idea if GT will pass me or not. He probably will. But, yeah, you just want to be on the lookout for people that can possibly pass you. Yeah, see, GT just fell off a cliff. Okay. Yeah, he just fell off a cliff, so that's perfect. But he actually will pass Irin if she's too slow, which she probably will be if you're using standard board, you know, their usual boards like I do. Yeah, so he's trying to pass her. But anyway, as far as stagnants or anti-hackers, they will not pass you. So if you you know, if you see Cindy or Nick, chances are you'll pass them and they won't give you any kinds of problems. Which is great, you know, you have a little bit of a safe haven as far as certain characters. And the good thing about Boss is he also won't bump you. And is he gonna pass her? Yeah, I figured as much. Oh shoot! Yeah, he tried to pass her, but he clumsily got hit at the last second, which let me come in fourth. Thank you, Gigi. You suck. Okay. So you see what I mean? I mean, Boss just got ahead of me, and well, I'm not surprised or anything. But yeah, that's how hard mode is. They're really mean to you for no reason sometimes. And you see I couldn't get out of fourth. If I was in standard or mirror mode, I probably would have gotten at least third or second maybe. It's a possibility. But that's it for now, you guys. This is your boy Beastamon. Later.